Do a little mock, do a little mock, hoi, 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 holla, holla at your boy, holla, holla at your boy, holla, holla at your boy, holla, holla, holla at your boy.
Welcome to the making of and behind the scenes of Wisconsin Style, the video you just watched and absolutely loved. I'm sure you have a lot of questions that we're going to answer in this making of, so I don't know if you don't recognize this. This is Matt Sabljak. He plays on Motorist. You probably didn't remember who he was because
great shades on it.
You probably forgot everything.
3 seconds.
You probably forgot everything after you saw me.
Yeah, but he does do the behind the scenes thing. He does a very good job. And you'll recognize Michael Bichanich,
the best dancer of the
lead break dance fighter and lead antagonist. He does a very good job. And you'll recognize me, obviously, the best at acting and everything
Dancing.
else. This is
And the best effects.
And the best effects. But we're gonna explain a lot of the effects, how we did them. I know you have a lot of questions, like Mike, where'd you learn how to dance like that?
Well,
Okay. Can we get another one of him jumping?
Yep. What do you think of that, Bergs? What do you think of that, Bergs?
Uncoordinated dancing out of the second guy. First guy was good.
First guy was tight, controlled,
guy
poised.
was,
Second guy looked like a
uncoordinated.
flock of seagulls.
Matt, you know, what's up with this Blue Hope thing and how do I get involved donating to this charity? That sounds really cool.
And the way I'd answer both those questions is mosquito.
Fair enough. Like, Brad, what's up with all the crazy French words? Like, what's that all about?
what was that?
We'll get to all
Okay,
of
can you tell us about the French words?
No, I'll get to it at the end. It's not really, you know, it's not that cool.
And
Something like...
Well, what I want to see of all the effects is how we did the fake thumb. I mean, that
The fake
blew
thumb
my mind.
was the most difficult effect to actually pull off. With all the other stuff, you know, 3ds Max, After Effects.
Well, we
fake
needed
thumb
a
was
green
the-
screen. We needed a makeup artist. We needed 2 special effects people on set, and we had a team of 6 working on it in post-production.
Exactly.
Just for a fake thumb.
My mullet had 2 hairstylists, so...
That's an awful haircut.
Some of the effects that we did involve 3ds Max and After Effects. The first one that we did, we have a logo that comes out of the ground, and Matt, our protagonist, walks on it. And probably one of the most technical of the effects. And what I actually did was use a plugin called Rayfire, where you can fracture objects and then reassemble them.
Is that a UFO?
Like, I have a feeling just because the cop shop's like right down the street, they're gonna do like unidentified flying object flying over Highland.
Katrina Creevy on the scene.
The second effect that we did, the time freeze, was actually pretty simple. We just used green screens and isolated me and then put that in another shot which was blank with Mike and Matt just standing still as possible. You guys did a great job, by the way.
Thanks.
The third effect was the most technical. It was Mike's transformation into a statue, and for all those art aficionados, we'll recognize him as the David, Michelangelo's David. So we've used Xbox 360, or Xbox Kinect, I should say, and we scanned him into 3ds Max after we had a mesh, which was pretty problematic, and then we sculpted it. Took probably the most time for the entire video. Then put him in 3ds Max after we motion tracked the shot using Buju and Mocha, and also the After Effects plugin for motion tracking. Pretty complicated stuff, I know. And then used
African names. Buju and Mocha?
Yeah.
Buju and Mocha.
Buju! Mocha! Off the shit!
It's not gonna be easy to fly this thing.
Wind.
Yeah. It's tough to deal with. Kind of a jerk sometimes.
Well, we know it's durable.
Stock
cruiser go down.
That was the whole plan, to have a nice, you know, intro shot where the drone flies in. From the city, we see our protagonist sitting on the corner. Not exactly, because
What happened?
as soon as any little, you know, anyone breathes from about 50 feet away, the thing starts.
And that's what happened.
That's
There was a
pretty much
baby that was
right.
being pushed in a stroller, and it sneezed, and it was like 2 blocks away.
I know.
Literally, the drone
The drone can
fell out of the air.
The drone,
It was a baby sneeze. Tell me a little bit about this San boy. I've heard a lot about him. He's making waves on the coaching and the cinema scene in Milwaukee.
He is a character.
Yeah?
He thinks he's making waves on the cinema scene, but he's a character. Let's just put it at that.
Yeah. I mean, what I've heard is he'd probably be better off doing that guy's job than anything.
So, what's up with all the crazy French words? There's a lot of symbolism in this movie, and I know a lot of people didn't get it right away. There's a lot of obscure references.
No, nobody got it.
Nobody. I get it, but
It's
now
not
we're
that a lot of
explaining
people
it.
didn't get it.
We're explaining
It's that
it,
nobody
but
got it right away. I've had it explained to me. I still don't get it.
I mean, would they look pretty at least? The visuals look pretty good.
They were beautiful.
Words don't make
I
sense.
didn't even know those were real words.
Yeah, there's actually a correlation to a French surrealist painter that I like by the name of René Magritte, who is famous for The Son of Man. You know, the painting with the apple in front of his face?
Mm-hmm.
So, what I wanted to do is I wanted to pay tribute to René Magritte because he was all about imagination and creative thinking.
It makes sense.
It makes, you know. So, the quote says, Art évoque les mystères sans lesquels le monde n'existerait pas.
Oh, that's what it meant.
Which means art evokes the mystery which without the world would not exist. So I figured we'd pay tribute to René Magritte that way. You know, that whole thing.
Yeah. So big thanks to our videographers, Zach and Jamie. They do an outstanding job. This is the second BK project that they've worked on with us, and they are to the point every single time. If you guys have any needs for any photography work, we're talking weddings, events, anything like that, we're going to put their contact information right down
right here.
here.
Right in front of them.
Okay, click
Yeah.
right here.
On my face.
Okay.
I'll put their handle.
And you get Jamie and Zach's information. They're a great team. You'll be proud to work with them.
It's a kick-ass video, right? It shows off BK's incredible prowess with the camera and with the computer. Great music track from, what's the band again?
King Hill Bastard.
King Hill Bastard.
Local band.
Great
Good
music
stuff.
track. Cool clothing in it, cool effects, but what's also awesome is that we're supporting a foundation that one of our good buddies started over in Africa when he was just at college, which is called House of Blue Hope. And their mission is to fight social injustice at a grassroots level. So what they do is they take every penny that's donated, partly from us, from purchases of the hoodie that the protagonist is wearing.
And
it's the blue
actually
hoodie.
all different garments. Every single garment.
Every single thing you sell,
Every single thing
that's
I
awesome.
sell.
Everything you sell, a part of it is going to the House of Blue Hope, which is running not just an orphanage, but is helping empower street kids in Tanzania, in Dar es Salaam, which is a big city in Tanzania, helping street kids get educated and get into college. So it's not just giving them a fish, which is not very helpful in the long run. It's teaching them how to fish, proverbial speaking, so that they can get educated and that they can help, bring other kids up, other street kids up for generations to come.
Exactly. And I feel, it's fun to get together and do creative projects like this, but feel obligated to do something more with it. And I feel content that we could do something like that and to help those people out. It's great.
We had an opportunity to do something that was bigger than just show off, visual effects skills, bigger than show off.
Promote a brand, which obviously we're doing both of those things, but
we didn't. You can really only say that we showed off one person's dance skills because there was really only one person in the video that had dance skills.
Matt Bergan, which we owe the biggest thank you to because you know what? It was the night before the video. I had two people that I wanted to use, and they both backed.
Oh, Bergan was just a fill-in?
He was a fill-in.
How come you didn't ask me to fill in?
That's a good question. I lost your Instagram.
I was at a high school graduation party, and a 17-year-old girl said,
"Why were you?" She should stop right there. Why were you allowed?
My buddy's son.
Okay.
And she said, "You look like an old Taylor Lautner."
that's kind of a compliment.
That's what I thought. And I
is.
said, "No, he looks like a young Matt Sabljak. The guy's like 5 years younger. I can't look like him. I came before him."
Right.
The sad thing about this is we're not gonna be able to use all this amazing.
We're gonna use it for something, Brad.
I know. Alright, so if you guys want to follow us, you can follow BK Clothing Co.'s Facebook page, just BK Clothing Co., Twitter and Instagram, which are good follows. Matt Sabljak, he won't tell you, but he's actually a pretty big deal. Treasurer of caffeine communications.
Yeah, caffeine communications.
Caffeine communications, you can look him up. We'll have his handle in front of
You
him.
can go to my website.
You
I
can
still
go to
have
his
a
website.
website. That's where my information is.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SonBoySmith. That's SonBoySmith.
I expect your followers to go up by precisely 0 after people watch this video.
They're gonna go down by the
Yeah, they're gonna go. I foresee a negative effect on your community that you're building.
I'll be the
online.
first person in Twitter history to have negative followers.
Yeah.
It should be interesting to go click on my profile page just to see that.
That you liked our video, and there's going to be a lot more coming. A lot of big ideas out there that we're going to try to pull off and spread awareness. So we're glad you guys could tune in, and we'll see you next time, I guess. Peace. Peace out.
One love.
One love. Love you guys.
Big up to Brooklyn.